Hey you guys, Desmond here.
And LaCresha.
And welcome back to the channel.
Woo!
And today we are here to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 6, the Sea-sickening Ball. It gives me every time I say Season 17. Season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh my god. We've been doing this for what, like 5 years now?
12 is when we started this. On a different channel, but 12 was when we officially started. Rest in peace.
Yep, and every time we try to...
Because, we finally put that channel to rest. Here. So, rest in peace to that channel.
And every time we try to move all that content over here...
I just think I did it wrong. That's how I think I did it wrong. I think next time...
Because you tried to do it in mass?
No, it was... I tried to do it periodically over like 2 days. But what I think I'll do next time is just take all the videos and just make one super long video. And be like, hey, if you want to watch our All-Stars 5 review, here's all 5 hours of it right here. Instead of trying to be like, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Because there was an oversaturation of content.
Yes. Some channels can do that. We're not one of those. But
we're too little. I think we should, not necessarily diminish our goal. I still think we should try for 1,000. But for right now, be like, yeah, we need 600.
Well, we're at 600. I believe we're at 622. I think I need to double check. But yes, speaking of our subscribers, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 1,000 subscribers and we'd love to reach it as soon as possible. Make our wish come true. So, what did you think of this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race?
There was a lot of unnecessary drama, but other than that, it was okay.
This probably has been my favorite episode so far. We got some good looks. We got some crazy drama. And honestly, this is the first real argument I felt like we've seen since Tamisha and Candy arguing in Untuck. Because every argument we've had since seemed more performative than an actual argument. But this time, baby, they was yelling. Baby, I wanted to be in the room where it happens. I wanted to be there. When you saw the queens bundle up watching, that would have been me right there. Going back and forth.
Not really eating anything.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. And yeah, we got quite a bit to talk about, so let's get into the gig. So, just a quick reminder, the Badunkadunk tank was successfully used by Ariete. And she was saved for another day. No more. So, we come back into the workroom. They congratulate her for pulling the correct lever. And we find out, of course, that the numbers was 17. And it was also her angel number, I believe is what she said. Yep. She got the tattoo here behind her neck. So she was always going to pick one. But I love how you were also on season 17 with your angel number being 17. I was like, okay. I liked that very much. So Lydia is feeling a little relieved but a little annoyed. She's like, I'm glad they're not mad at me for her going home. But I wish she would have went home.
Right. They're like, we're however many episodes in, 6 episodes in, and nobody's gone home.
There's still 12 of us here, 12 of the 14. But like they said, going forward, no more. And actually, I like that the Badunkadunk tank is now gone. Because I felt like the chocolate bar stayed too long.
Yep.
And I feel like we're still in the first half of the competition. So I'm like, yeah, this is a good place for the twist to end. It gives us episodes to know the queens. Now we know them. Let's start sending them home.
Yep.
So a conversation came back up from Untucked that Lana was confused that Susie was in the top because of her look. And it's picked up a conversation online that we've had before in multiple, I don't know what the heck. Oh, Lord, stop it. Stop it. Exit slideshow. I accidentally started a slideshow. How I did that, I don't know. Anyway, it's a conversation that's happened online, and I want to say even we've had it before, maybe. But we're going to have it right now. How much does the runway actually count on RuPaul's Drag Race?
I mean, it depends on the episode and what it's about. And to be completely honest, like, here's the thing. I have my style. You have your style. Lana has her style. And, you know, like, Susie's got hers. I mean, if you look at Trinity and Star, yeah, because even Star and Trinity have, like, similar but not quite so similar styles.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Susie's aesthetic is old school. It's, you know, last century or 1920s, stuff like that. And what was considered fashionable or looked good was what was considered fashionable in the 20s or 30s, 40s, whatever, you know, decade she's going for. And to me, I loved the outfit because I knew where it was coming from. I knew what the mindset was. Now, did I used to have that really closed off mindset back in the day? Yes. But as we have gone on, I have evolved, I have grown, and have learned, like, you have to think about what their aesthetic is and then appreciate their aesthetic for what it is. And you cannot sit here and be like, well, I'm a fashion queen, modern day fashion queen, and I think your outfit was ugly. I didn't think it was ugly. But do you think
someone's outfit should stop them from being in the top?
No. Not at all. I mean, again, like I said, it depends on what the situation is. If it is an episode of all runways, like this episode happens to be, then of course, the outfit is going to hold the most weight. But if it's talent, if it's comedy, if it's, you know, like next week, the Snatch Game, then that would hold the most weight because that's the main challenge, and the outfit portion is there.
And see, I agree with you on that. I feel like it's more like a 65-35 cut for me. 65 challenge, 35 runway. And she completely annihilated the challenge. And just like you, I enjoyed Susie's look. So did RuPaul. So did Michelle. You know,
right.
We remember this was RuPaul's Drag Race.
They understood her perspective. And Susie's got a freaking personality. Like, if she were to win, if she were to make it to top 4, top 3, whatever Ru's going for this season, it would be solely based off of her personality. Jinx is personality. Bob was personality. Monet, Trinity, they all have personality. Every winner that they've had since then has been based off of personality. Yeah, there were runways and talents and things like that, but they've all had personality. Jada had personality. I mean, you know, our last year's winner had personality. Did I like every look she came out with? Some of those looks were really freaking fire. But did I agree with every single one of them? No. But at the same time, she had the personality to back up her win. And so, yeah, sure, there's track record, and track record is extremely important. But at the same time, you've got to have the personality to back it up, because if you're going to be representative of a brand, then you have to be able to be a people person, and people have to be able to approach you, and you have to have some type of personality and things like that. And, you know, I've had to reflect on that a lot considering the fact that for like the longest time I felt like I had no personality, and I am finally, slowly but surely, finding myself again, gaining a personality back. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is who I am, and this is what I like, and this is my point of view, and I like seeing Susie's point of view, and Lana has her point of view. And that you can't get mad at somebody for having a point of view, because that's all Rue freaking wants.
And see, for me, when it comes to the track record on the show, is it great? Yes, but I don't think that's always the deciding factor. Because if you look at some of our previous winners, they didn't have the best track record of the bunch, but they were the obvious winner.
Right.
But similar with you, over these past few years, I want to say I embraced my personality, because I spent majority of my childhood and early adult years suppressing said personality. Because that's what I was taught. Because, if you like A, B, and C, or if you like D, E, and F, that's not cool, that's not okay. So, as I've gotten older, I'm like, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to enjoy what I enjoy. I'm going to be interested in what I'm interested in. You know, we've discussed several times on the show how we are both interested in Dungeons and Dragons. 10 years ago, if I would have told Desmond, 23-year-old Desmond, that we're into Dungeons and Dragons, he would slap the shit out of me. If I told 23-year-old Desmond that you are a huge fan of not only drag, but drag race, he would slap the shit out of you. Because all those years I was told, all my interest is going to lead me to hell. Pretty much is what I was told. And as I've gotten older, I'm unlearning the person that I created out of safety when I was younger. So now I'm really learning who I am, and not the Desmond that I have betrayed all these years.
Right.
And honestly, I've really truly started doing the work the past few years, because even when I started like watching Drag Race and started doing other things in this weird, lovely life that we have, I kept it quiet. I'm like, nobody will ever know I like Drag Race. No one will ever know that I'm interested in video games, or I'm still watching wrestling, or ABCDD. It'll just be me. Now, baby, I'm going to tell everybody. I watch Drag Race. You want to see my channel? I actually review Drag Race as well. You want to follow?
Please follow.
Y'all see my collection. I have a collection of Funko Pops. 23-year-old Desmond would cuss me out seeing my collection of Funko Pops. And be like, what are you doing? But yeah, when it comes to Drag Race, I feel like whatever the challenge is that week, in like this case, it's the ball. I feel like what they make holds more weight than the other two categories. Last week was a improv challenge. I feel like 65% is that improv. Susie did the best. Although her runway wasn't my favorite, she clearly did the best, and she had a decent runway. Because I truly feel like if you have two people who did great, like Anya did great last week. If Anya would have had a better runway, I would have said give the win to Anya.
Right.
But because Susie did a great job in the challenge and had a great runway, she won. And I see this conversation keeps happening. They're like, how much does the run? Should you even try on runway? Yes, try on the runway. Because the runway has been a tiebreaker in many ways. And a runway has saved people from the bottom too. Because there's times a queen should have been in that bottom too, but they're like, damn it, that runway's so good, I'm going to save you this one time. But yeah.
I mean, heck, even in this episode, you had a queen who made the mistake of being like, you guys don't ever judge me, and I just want to get some feedback. Well, baby, guess what? You got some feedback.
Oh, I got the screenshots for that, too. We're going to talk about it.
Not want to hear. Let's move forward.
So, it's the next day in the workroom. The queens come in. They're sitting down. Susie is officially the front runner.
Yay.
RuPaul enters the workroom and tells them they have 5 minutes to get into glory hole drag.
Did you know you have 5 minutes?
They had to grab these
You
knee
know what?
pads.
I actually like Tiffany now.
Oh, I've always loved Tiffany. But they had 5 minutes to get into quick drag. I'm like, oh, Lord, what's going on here, Ru? You know, usually we give them a good 10, 15. We're acting like Italy right now with these 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. But they had to grab their knee pads and get in some drag, honey. And then we found out that it's all for the mini challenge. The president of Anastasia Beverly Hills enters in, Norvina. And we find out that for the mini challenge, they are going to be taking these lipsticks from one side of the room to the other. But they have to take it through these glory holes here and only use their mouths. So the orange team is Team Ru,
now.
And the pink team is Team Norvina. I thought this was fun. I miss mini challenges, so I'm glad we're doing them. Because that was one of the things I love about older Drag Race. There was a mini challenge every week. Now they're far and few between, and I'm like, come on. I love these little silly mini challenges. This right here breaks the tension in the room, gets everybody laughing and having a good time. But afterwards, Team RuPaul ended up winning. So Anya, Susie, Lexi, Sam, Lydia, and Acacia all won $500.
Hey.
Now, Anastasia, $500. Y'all could at least gave $1,000, $1,500. Y'all got the money. But that's okay. They're happy with their $500. So RuPaul then announces that this week's Maxi Challenge is the Sea-sickening Ball. And you must serve 3 sickening looks. Up first is Bathing Beauties, Sea Creature Couture, and Sea-sickening Eleganza, which must be created there in the workroom out of materials pulled off of the island of trash that we have. I remember learning about that growing up. I'm like, wait, no, it's an actual floating island of trash.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so the queens run, which I think the winning team should have had like a 10-second head start or whatever, second head start.
Right.
Let them run, then the others come in after. But everyone grabs their material. So getting a look at this material, was there anything that caught your eye that you would want to go for?
Let me look at this pile again. I mean, in all honesty, I like the umbrella. The umbrella definitely would have been like one of those things. I don't know, because you don't really get to see everything. I know, like, there's the hoops and stuff like that.
There was quite a few tarps in there. I think I would have tried to get me one of them tarps.
I probably would have tried to get me one of those tarps too.
Get some of that net that this one man is holding right there, the red net.
I'd have took his slickers off. You got on underwear under there. I know I know y'all's uniform. Give me the slickers. Give me the slickers now.
I would have went for as much plastic as I could. Now, what would I would have done with all that? I don't know. I'd probably glue it to a corset and pray for the best. Hey, if Bender LaCreme can win with a glue gun, so can I. Okay? But yeah, we see the queens come and grab their stuff. As you see, they all got their gloves on for protection. And they start working. So RuPaul comes in to do the walkthrough, and Lana opened her mouth and was like, well, I haven't got any critiques yet, so I really want to stand out this week. And RuPaul's like, oh, you want a critique? Okay, well, let me let you know, I almost put your ass in the bottom for the last design challenge. And I was like, ooh. And let Lana have it. I was like, ooh, you wanted feedback, honey. It could never be me, because if I was on a show like Drag Race, especially in the first 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes, you could say I'm safe every week. I'm going to go straight on to the back. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go sit down and get me a little House of Love cocktail. Thank you. I love this drink. Baby, you wouldn't hear a mumbling word from me. The only time I would be upset with just being safe is if we're at the end of the competition. We're 10 episodes in and I've been safe. I haven't been in the top or bottom. I'm like, girl, we dwindling down. Like, what's going on? Am I just mediocre the whole way through? You know,
you can take your way to the top and run around.
I was just finna sing it too. I'm like, you know, we love your song. You can take your way to the top. If I have to, I will. Shoot.
Way to the top, round and around.
I'm telling you. But yeah, they got her together real quick. Look at her face. She was like, oh, this is not what I wanted.
Shut up.
Baby. And Lydia was like, you can see Lydia's face. She's like, ooh, she put her foot in her mouth.
Foot, meat, mouth.
Like, girl. But it's now time to talk about spray paint gate. So, it starts off with Lexi coming outside to check on her garment, her tarp that she just spray painted. And she sees that someone spray painted over her tarp. So she starts freaking out immediately. And here's the thing that really got me. If I was Ariete, I would have said something immediately. Because although she didn't say something directly to her, you see Lexi getting upset. And I'm like, Lexi, let me tell you what happened. I see you winding yourself up. Let me tell you about the mistake I made and the mistake Anya made, because we made it together. Let me tell you about the mistake. But no, she let her run inside, upset, and we got the scene, from the trailer, who messed up my outfit. And at first, nobody said nothing. And Lexi's like,
somebody had to do something.
Somebody had to do something around here. So everyone's shocked. I got their shocked faces. And Miss Anya ain't said a mumbling word, just sitting there. So after Lexi leaves the room, Anya wants to speak up and say her piece and explain, it was an accident. We thought it was one of the tarps to protect, the ground.
Right.
And, it was an accident. And I'm like, okay, cool, that was an accident. Why didn't you say something when Lexi came into the room? And she was like, oh, it's not the right time. And I'm like, when is the right time? Because if that was me, and Krisha, you came into that workroom upset, as soon as you would have said, I would have raised my hand. I'll be like, now let me explain. It was not, I didn't do it to try to get ahead, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like it probably wouldn't have gotten as far as it did if her or Ariete would have said something. So after she explains herself, she goes back outside, and that's when Ariete finally like, yeah, we accidentally. Well, she only says she didn't throw Anya in there, but the brown paint, and she's the only one wearing brown.
Told the story for her.
If Johnny has 4 apples.
And Tiffany has 6.
And Lexi answered that question quickly and came in again.
How many do they have all together?
Yeah, and they started exchanging words back and forth. And here's a screenshot of everybody watch. That'll be me right here with these 3. But yeah, so they're going back and forth. And a lot of people were shocked that Anya started yelling at Lexi. And I'm like, did you not hear Lexi yelling at her first?
Right.
Because she's explaining herself and Lexi is continuing to yell. I would get upset too. Like,
right.
I understand you're upset. I completely understand that.
I mean, and to that end, that's why I kind of am like, well, I can see where Anya's coming from. If you see somebody and they're in a heightened state and you're trying to explain yourself to them, they're not in a mental state to want to stop and listen to reason. They're gonna yell and be upset and things like that. Now, for me personally, thinking about this, I'm like, it's a tarp. Of course, somebody was gonna mistake it for being a paint tarp. Okay, maybe problem solved, but maybe passive aggressively, as much as I hate passive aggression, would be like, did somebody think that my tarp was like the cover for the ground or something? And then if she would have approached it that way, and then she could have been like, hey, so what had happened was this, that, and the third. And then I'd have been like, well, it wasn't. Am I upset? I'm a little frustrated because now I gotta figure something out. But hey, it's trash. It's a tarp. It is what it is. Move forward. And it would have been resolved right then and there. Instead, it went on for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then got resolved.
But yeah, I saw where Lexi was coming from in the moment. I get what you're saying, waiting for her to calm down. But then I've been that person in a situation where they were like, oh, didn't want to tell you were too upset. Now guess what? I'm pissed off again. And now I'm even more upset because you knew this 2 days ago and you didn't tell me.
Right.
So now here I am looking like Boo Boo the Fool.
Now, that much time in between, yeah, that's a problem.
But let's be honest. I'm going to be real. I don't think if Ariete didn't say anything, and if she wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together, I guarantee you Anya probably wouldn't have said anything until the next day as they were getting ready.
Right. Because, to be completely honest, like, because I've been in that situation before, like, whenever I interview for a job and they're like, are there any things that, you need or you would need from us, or are there any things that, like, how do you receive feedback? And I always tell them, I really need you to tell me, like, in the moment. Don't tell me the next day. Don't tell me 2 days from now when I can't fix it or I can't correct it, or I'm out of it. I've forgotten about it. I've let it go, because you're just gonna tick me off. You're gonna piss me off even more.
Yeah.
Like, give me immediate feedback. If I do something and I'm doing something wrong, please tell me right then that I'm doing something wrong, because that was a lot of what would upset me working where you work now, is there would be delayed feedback. Whether that be from staff or personnel, it would be delayed feedback. Hey, this happened. Do you know how that happened, when that happened, etc., etc. Well, heck, it's been 2 days, 3 weeks, a month, last year. How do you expect me to remember that? And now I have no way to defend myself. So, I'm not saying that Anya should have waited 12 hours to confess, but maybe wait till Lexi calmed down and been like, hey, I saw that you were in a state and I didn't want to say anything then because, you were in a heightened state, but now that you've kind of calmed down, let me just tell you, like, hey, I made a mistake. I didn't realize. And then she could have been like, she still probably would have been upset when she told her, but at least it wouldn't have been like a yelling match. I would have sat there and been like, because I see where Lexi was coming from and why she was pissed off, because it's like, I came in and I asked.
That's the part that's getting me. I came into the room and I asked everyone, and you sat there quiet, knowing you had something to do with it.
Exactly.
That's the part that really gets me, because if it was a situation where I didn't say anything, I'm just walking around pissed off, how are you supposed to know? But I came in and I asked, who fucked up my outfit? And you sat there.
And it puts you as the offender between a rock and a hard place, but also as the person who's been offended into a rock and a hard place, because it's like, you can't come in when you're in a heightened state and be like, oh my gosh, what happened to my outfit and I'm upset, and then be the person who did it and been like, oh shit, they're really pissed off. Okay, look, so I did it. Are you gonna yell at me now because I said something, or are you gonna yell at me later on? Or are you not gonna yell at all because I admitted it? Would she have yelled in the moment and been like, why the heck did you fuck up my outfit? Because, like, what made the least amount of sense was in the confessional when she was just like, you fucked up my outfit and you didn't even do it on purpose.
That comes from, I'm not sure if Lexi did pageants when she first started, but a lot of pageant queens back in the day would purposely fuck with someone's garment ABCD so that they would go out there looking stupid. So right. I think that's how she's referring to it. Like, you messed up my garment and didn't even do it on purpose? You know, because, you know, she even said that you're playing a game. You know, Lexi did say that at first. And I feel like, yes, she would have been upset. Clearly she was upset that first time go in. But I think a conversation could have happened more if in that moment Anya would have been like, hey, I was a part of that. There was something that I did there.
Right.
And honestly, I don't blame Anya for yelling back because you're not going to be yelling at me for too long before I start yelling back.
Right.
Because I get it, you're upset, but I have feelings too here. I admit I'm in the wrong, and I'm trying to own up to that, but you are yelling at me? And honestly, I ain't going to lie to you. I guess I've watched too much Bad Girls Club or Love and Hip Hop. Those used to be my shows. I had to let one season of Bad Girls Club. The rest of them I just couldn't get into. It was the one where they went to Cabo, where my girl, I don't understand. But yeah, and the only reason I got into that is because my siblings watched Bad Girls Club. And that was just the only one I'm like, wait a minute. What they doing? Huh. Yeah. I really thought Lexi was going to bump Anya when she walked out. I was like, oh shit, we finna tussle up in here. But they didn't. They didn't.
It's about to be a girl fight.
Hey, there she go talking all around town, keeping me stressed. Sorry. But yeah. But once everything was calmed down, now I will say this: Jules Sparkles did a watch along from somewhere, I don't know from where, but a fan recorded a video of her saying, this argument, this was the humble version, as she said, of the argument. Saying that it went on way longer and got really heated to the point where the producers had to come in and do a 3-hour
intervention.
Intervention. She used a different word, and I'll send you the video when I get back on TikTok. But yeah, they had to pause everything for 3 hours to get it under control. And then go back to what they were doing. I'm like, oh, now I want to see all of it.
Like, that was the beginning of the fight.
Like, listen, I love a good argument, honey. I wish we would have saw more of it, okay? Baby, because I'm telling you, let me shut up. But yeah, I love a good argument, all right? And this was a good one. We ain't had a good argument like this since probably Tamisha and Candy. I said what I said, little girl. Sorry. But yes, so the next day they all come in, Ariete, Anya, and Lexi, they sit down and they hash everything out. I love this. This is adults right here. And I appreciate that. They're like, listen, we're going to be in this competition together, regardless if we like each other or not. We need to be safe. Right. So, I apologize.
For the next many weeks when this series premieres, we're going to have to deal with each other.
Yeah, and I'm shocked Lexi apologized. Because if I was Lexi, I don't think I would have. In that situation. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have yelled. But, I think it's clear there was a reasonable reason why my feelings were up there. But like I said, we didn't see the full argument, so maybe more was said and more was... To the point where Lexi was like, yeah, let me apologize too. I did go too far. But I really appreciate this. Grown-ups right here. You see this? This is what happens. You argue. You apologize. Especially if someone is going to be around. Because there's no need. Especially when it was a mistake. That's the thing. Right. Now, if this was something they did on purpose, fuck y'all. We beefing until the day I die. But with it being an accident, they were able to talk and they're on the same page. I'm just like, I wish Lexi would have had a little bit more smoke for Arietti. But I think because Arietti did confess,
owned up to it sooner.
and you know, like I said, when she was outside, she didn't say anything. She was just getting all upset and came back in. And Arietti was just looking. She knew why she was looking. You could have said something, sis, but I'm be quiet. Be quiet for now. But yeah. So I've been seeing stuff online. Quit sending Anya hate. Must we do this every year? Must we do this? Yes, a mistake was made. She owned up to it. They argued. They've made up. And they're good. So there's no need to attack that girl. This is a TV show, y'all.
Okay.
It was just a TV show. It ain't that deep.
Exactly. I don't get it. What? I mean, we got enough BS going on right now. Like every country in the entire world is laughing at us right now. They are like, yo, like it is a bad day when no country trusts us at this point.
Honey, because I'm still on Red Note. And baby, they be on our neck over there. And I can't disagree.
Nope.
It irritates me because I follow this one lady. She makes her little girl dinners. She goes to the convenience store and makes her girl dinners. I really enjoy watching her. Mm-hmm. And she'll convert how much it will be for Americans. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could live in China. I'm not. But it's just like all these other countries seem to have it together. Or at least have things in place for it to be together.
Right. And the funny thing is,
some of their smart cars over there. I'm like, if I want one. I want one yesterday.
Like the thing that gets me is like everybody else has like universal health care, and for whatever reason we're like, no universal health care, it's bad for our country. No, it's just bad for y'all. Like they have rich people too.
It's bad for the 1%. That's what it is. It's bad for the 1%.
And I'm like, here's the thing. They have rich people too. They have billionaires over there. They got millionaires over there. Universal health care is not going to affect your bottom dollar. You paying taxes is not going to affect your bottom dollar.
You're still going to be a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever you are. You're still going to have your money.
That's what happens when you die. You cannot take it with you. You go in the ground 6 feet under just like the rest of us. You liquefy, you bloat, you turn into mush, you might burn just like the rest of us. Why are you being so fluffing greedy? You guys, we sat here, we fought for our freedoms because of us in the general sense of Americans. Not us in the sense of African Americans or black people as we were.
And Mark,
Black Americans.
I'm sorry. That sounds lives in my head every time I hear African Americans.
Like, we sit here. But, like, Americans fought for freedom from the quote-unquote oppression of a greedy king who wanted to tax and tariff and all this other stuff us. Now, here we are. We have been a country, a nation for, at this point, less than 300 years. And we're literally back at ground one. How does that make any sense?
Time will tell.
Okay, Hamilton.
Oceans rise.
It took us less than 200 years to F up. And now, and look, I voted the right way. I don't understand why I have to find out.
That part. I didn't fuck around. I went there. I went down to the Civic Center. I walked to the Civic Center on a Saturday morning. I did it early too. I went up in there, gave them a little information, showed them my ID. They pointed me my direction. I did what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that I have to find out because I didn't fuck around. But hey,
it's like there should be like the island of misfit toys. You know what? Ship me somewhere.
That's okay. I'm gonna sing to keep from crying. That's what I'm gonna do.
Look,
because ever since November, I have watched a lot of musicals, and I'm like, why am I watching so much musicals now? And I forgot musicals were comfort for me growing up. So I'm like, oh, I need comfort again. Yay.
Right. And the funny thing is it's so apropos that everything that is coming out now with Wicked and with Ragtime trying to make a revival, like all of those.
That's why I want to go to New York. I want to see Wicked on the stage.
I want to see it from the beginning. Like, I've seen it. I watched it when it was in San Francisco.
And then you watch, the slime tutorial on YouTube.
And then I watched the slime tutorial on YouTube. But that's not the same. Look, the only good slime tutorial I've seen has been Ride the Cyclone.
Listen. I'm just excited.
Well, I saw 6.
I'm excited for part 2. I can't wait for us to go see it. I feel like we need to go see it opening weekend. But
okay.
Yes. But yeah, let's get back to this race because we still got all these looks to go to. But yeah, they made up Stop Attacking Anya. Shit, it's a TV show. See, look at they hugging. Now let's get to the main stage. Up first, we have our hostess with the mostest, the mother of all mothers, RuPaul. What did you think of Ru and your score?
I think Ru needs to get an outfit made out of liquid silk. But other than that, I like this. That wig needs to just a little bit.
You already know I was going to say it.
But other than that, like, this is actually really nice.
I promise you I won't be that expensive.
We will be the mirror. I'll be like, we will be your Elizabeth Taylor.
Like, we will be that. And I'll be like, either let me adjust it or I'll tell whoever's doing the wig, be like, bring it down just a little bit. Just a little bit. But if you'll let me, Mama, I'll be like, okay, hold on. Let me see. All right, you good. Go hit that runway.
Right? Say you want to hit it. I want to see it. I want to see it.
So what is your score for Mother?
That's an A.
A.
Plus.
I really like this. I would give this a B plus. I think this would have been a fun time to do a different wig. That short little what's the word I'm looking for? The short hair.
The kitty wig?
No, it's business in the front, party in the back. What is it called?
The mohawk?
It's not a mohawk.
Or the mullet?
Mullet. I think a cute mullet, because she's worn it with that pink miniskirt, I remember it. But if she would have worn something similar to that, I think that would have been really cute here. But yeah, I give this a B plus. So this week, we are joined by Michelle Visage, our new rotating judge for the season, Law Roach.
Hey.
Now there was a little on the streets earlier this year, late last year, that Law was a rotating judge, but they never made any confirmation until literally a few hours before the episode aired. I believe People did. I think People Magazine did, and yeah, Law Roach is an official rotating judge now.
Yay!
So I'm excited to see more Law Roach.
Look, if I retired from dressing everybody but little sis, I would do Drag Race too.
Listen, all I know is I hope we get to see the wedding dress for her, because I know Law will have her looking good. I understand when people don't share their wedding photos, but I'm like, can we at least see the dress? Just one photo in the dress, and I will die. I will die with a smile, as Lady Gaga and Bruno said.
I want to see what she didn't pick. I want to see what she didn't pick. I know he gonna have her in some socates. Are you gonna put her in some Z's though?
Oh, I need it.
Especially since the Z was made just for her. Are we switching from the So Kate to the Z's or huh?
I said, I know I'm agreeing. I'm like, yeah.
Like, are we gonna switch from the So Kate to the Z's, or are we just gonna stick with the So Kate?
I need it. I need it in my life. I really do.
My foot is wide, so I'll be in some Z's, and I just got to get my ankles right again, so I could be in some, at least the 4-inch version of the So Kate.
Yeah. But yes, Law Roach, welcome to the show officially.
With your 28 days of jackets. I haven't seen it today.
Speaking of Zendaya, her Euphoria co-star, which I saw on the internet yesterday, they're finally shooting season 3, like they started this week. About time. I've been waiting forever. In 2 days. I low-key don't care no more. I low-key don't care no more.
I'm like, I need them to get out of high school.
I think they said there's going to be a time jump to where they are out of high school.
Okay, because Zendaya is a little too old to be playing high school.
She still can pull it off, playing someone in high school.
But not everybody.
We have Hunter Schafer here, who is really giving some Dakota Schiffer here. She came out like, "Ooh, you look just like Dakota Schiffer." Like, if you'd put them next to side each other, I'm like, sisters. But yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed Hunter here. Like, the guest judges this season have been really good, and they've been really giving some really great critiques. And Hunter's funny. I laughed at almost all her jokes. Almost all her jokes. But yeah, it was good to see you, Hunter. So now it is time to hit the runway. So, our first category of the night is bathing beauties. So, what would Roxy St. James prepare for bathing beauties?
I probably would have came out in like a towel. Because it said bathing, and even though I know it's like ocean, it would have been like a towel, and I'd have had like bubbles. Like a wrapped hair towel or something, or a bathrobe. And then like even like I was naked underneath.
For me, I probably would have tried to be funny and came out holding my chesticles to say someone stole, like pulled off the top, and you see it running. I'm just running like, no, bring it back.
You had it hanging over your shoulder.
Yeah, kind of like the dog with the treat. Like in Mulan, the dog with the treat. It would have been over like that. Like, no, come back. And probably have like, a picture of a guy or somebody like running with it, so it looks like I'm chasing them. Bring it back. But yes, let's get into these looks. And usually for the ball, the first 2 ones we just kind of give our scores and move on. And so that's what we're going to do. Up first, we had Crystal Envy. She came out in this beautiful dress, and then switched into Barbie. What is your score for Miss Crystal?
I give this a B.
I agree with your B. Moving on to Jewel Sparkles. This gets a C from me.
This gets a no for me, dog.
Ooh. Up next is Lydia Butthole Collins. What did you give Lydia?
This gets a C minus.
I give this just a flat C.
E.
Up next is Sam Starr. She comes out in this beautiful number here, and then boom, she's in an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, and it gets a B plus for me. I really like this.
I agree with your B plus.
Up next is Anya Nerve. What did you think of Anya? And does she have nerve?
She don't get on my nerves. I like this. I for some weird reason I just wanted a little bit more. She just kind of looked like an auntie on a cruise somewhere. So this gets like a B minus for me.
Honestly, Auntie on a Cruise is what I got from this. I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. This gets an A plus for me. I Love this.
Yes.
Up next is Arietti. This gets an A. This is, my God, upon today.
I agree with you.
I wish it read more bathing suit, but then again, how are we supposed to know what type of bathing suits aliens wear?
That part.
Yeah, so A for me.
I agree with you.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say it. Up next is Susie 2. What did you think of Susie? And is it a 2?
It is a 2. I love this. Again, just because I see her perspective, and I think this is extremely original. Because if I were her and that was my aesthetic, I would have done something similar. Maybe not the mask version of it, but I would have done some version of it. I like this. I give it an A.
I agree with your A. And I really love this. We just got a bathing suit like this in The Sims. So it's just like the time.
I haven't re-updated my stuff. And one of these days, I'm going to treat myself and buy like $200 worth of Sim stuff.
My heart started hurting. Up next is Corey King coming out as the shark.
Literally like two packs and like 3 kids. That's all $200 is going to buy me. I haven't updated anything since like the love pack.
But Corey King is next. And she was giving Katy Perry realness. And I know we're just briefly talking, but every time I see this particular outfit, I automatically think of All-Star 6. I think of Scarlet Envy. I think of the song, Now Sissy That'll Walk. Now, remember how obsessed I was with that? Sissy That Walk. I was so mad they didn't release it.
And mine is Bring Back My Girl. Bring back my girls.
I want it individually because I guarantee you that version of Sissy That Walk would have made my Spotify 100 that year because I was so obsessed with Now Sissy That'll Walk. Now Sissy That'll Walk. Now Sissy That Walk. I loved it. But this outfit is cute. I love the reference. It gets a B.
I agree with your B.
Up next is Acacia Forgot. What did you think of LaCresha?
This gets a... I'm being really, really rough this for some reason. This gets a C from me. I like it, but there's just something off about it that just kind of wasn't quite right. I do agree with the critique about the wig attached to the...
That's the saving grace for this.
Yeah, that in all honesty, that is a saving grace.
It gets a D for me. Moving on to Lexi Love. It didn't really scream bathing suit though. Like I get it, a nude beach, but I still like it. It gets a C.
I agree with your C.
Up next is Hormona Lisa, or Whore Mona Lisa, as RuPaul likes to call her. What did you think of Whore?
She could have used a wig, and I really wish she'd have did the bubbles the whole runway instead of just at the beginning.
I wish bubbles was part of the outfit. It would have made more sense for me.
Yeah, you could have made a wig out of bubbles. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen somebody do that. Oh yeah, great. C.
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Up next is Lana Charay. This was really cute. Now, I wish there was more. Because it's just a bathing suit. The body is bodying. Like, she looked great. Never gonna take that from her. But it just kind of annoys me when the skinnier queens just put on a bra and panty and go out there, and I'm like, because if a bigger queen did that, they would have got red. But I still like it.
Eureka.
It gets a B plus for me.
Come on, Eureka.
Yeah, it still gets a B plus for me. What did you give it?
Oh, you didn't get a close up of the shoes.
Oh, I didn't think about it. I should have. Because the shoes was one of my favorite parts.
That part.
The water inside of the pleaser? Come on.
Uh-huh. And I think she put like the stuff that goes in like a glow stick in there because it had a certain tint to it. I give this a C.
All right, moving on to the next category. We have Sea Creature Couture, where they have to give some sort of marine wildlife look. What fish or underwater creature would you have referenced?
An orca, because that's my favorite. What? An orca.
Those killer orcas.
Yes.
I was watching this one video on TikTok. Baby, this otter was swimming for his life. There was two of them. They got the other one.
Everybody got to eat.
Yeah, but listen, my buddy got away, okay? The other one got away. That first one, they got him. Ooh, they got him good. I was like, oh!
Everybody got to eat.
Baby, but he got away.
Because other than that, it probably would have been like an angelfish. Or because
that is what I was going to go with, because big fan of The Sims here. We talked about it. And to make ambrosia, you first need the potion of youth. No, wait, to make ambrosia, you need an angelfish. So I would be the angelfish that you would have to catch. And then I would hold like a piece of fake ambrosia. Only my Sims player would know what that is, but like, I'll be like, look, you need me to make this, you know.
You'd be like, what? I made a Sims reference on Drag Race.
I guarantee you, Michelle is going to be like, so why were you holding that fish cake? Because that's what it's going to look like. I'm like, well, it's ambrosia, and in The Sims 4 world, you need an angelfish to make it. I already know I'm going to explain it to Michelle, okay?
So right. Like, so you're catering to a very niche audience.
And he is.
Watch me come out as a D20 one of these days.
I swear I'm gonna make a reference to one of the characters on D20. They probably won't have no clue what it is, but the people at home, the people gonna know. The people are gonna know. They're gonna know. Is that a Twilight reference? It was. It was. And I'm glad you caught it. So just like last category, we're just gonna give our scores and push on through. So up first we have Crystal Envy. Hold on, I got the list of everything they are. She is giving pufferfish. Pufferfish,
which is also something in The Sims.
It is. So what did you think of Crystal, and do you envy?
I liked it once it was blown up. Once it was, and then the funny thing is she looks like she has a sea urchin on her head. Which I've had. It's not that bad. I really want to go back to that restaurant. I just need $50-something.
But what's your score?
I give it a B.
I give it a B+. I really like this. Moving on to Jewel Sparkle A+.
A+.
Oh.
A+.
Oh. Moving on to Lydia Butthole Collins. What did you think of Butthole? Oh, she was giving Jules was giving a Spanish dancer, and now Lydia is giving anglerfish.
I mean, if you're gonna be something scary, you may as well be an anglerfish. It looks kind of costumey, unfortunately, so it kind of gets a no for me, dog.
For me, this is a B. I really like this. It brings the fun, the camp. I'm like, I'm gonna remember this. Other ones I'm gonna forget, but I'm gonna remember this. So, good job, sis. Up next, we have Sam Starr, who gave us the Viperfish. A+.
A+, because this is a very unique take on a fish.
They didn't come to play with this round, all right? Anya Nerve. What you think of Anya? She was an African sea star.
This gets a B for me.
I agree with your B. I agree with your B. Up next is Ariete. She's given the lionfish A fucking plus.
A plus.
I love this so much.
I sat here and I watch them things get killed on TikTok all the time because they're an invasive species.
Listen, I love this so much. I wanted to put her in a blender.
No.
Yes, I love this so much. I wanted to put her in a blender.
Juice Bigelow reference.
Those who know. I love this so much. I wanted to put her in a blender. Oh! As soon as she came out, I wish I was recording my reaction. That was the first thing I said. Where's my blender? Where is my blender? A plus. I love it.
I appreciate Ariete. If you watch this, I just need you to know I appreciate the fact that you put that makeup on your face. That was the best part.
And you don't have much time in between changing outfits. You went from blue to this.
Exactly. And I know that took a lot.
Yes,
a whole lot.
I need my blender. Oh, I need my blender. Right now. Right freaking now. Let's move onwards. Oh, I had to get a screenshot of the face. Up next is Susie 2. Susie is a coconut shell octopus. What did you think of Susie? And do you give it a 2?
I give this a A. It's cute.
I agree. Well, I give it an A minus, but I love this. Love this so much. Moving on to Corey King. Corey is giving a mandarin fish. Honestly, I wish Corey would have had a different wig, but the rest, I live. This gets an A for me. Love this.
I agree with your A.
This is the best thing Corey's wore all season. This is the best thing Corey has wore all season. Love it.
All season long.
Up next is Acacia Forgot. Acacia is a feather star. What did you think of Acacia? And did you forget?
This really didn't translate well because there was a way she could have did this that would have translated a lot better than what she wore. I think this was for a different Runway, and she was just like, "Oh, this will work." This gets a C for me because it's close, but not quite the prompt.
I really like this. This gets a B for me.
A.
Up next is Lexi Love, and yes, ma'am, I love it. She is a purple stinger jellyfish, and this gets an A plus for me.
This gets an A plus for me too.
Oh, Lexi, the woman you are.
Mm.
My goodness. Like I said, they didn't play with us this category. They came swinging. Up next is Hormona Lisa. What did you think of her?
Considering the outcome in her next outfit, if she would have went with her original design, she would have ended up in the same spot regardless. Because she keeps giving the same silhouette over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, you look great. I love it. Those colors look really good on you. I love the fact that it's a purple wig and not a pink one. I just got really annoyed by the silhouette. So that kind of brought it down because it would have been an A. It got took down to like a C. Just because I was annoyed with the silhouette.
For me, this is not the prompt. Everyone else is giving whatever fish they've chosen, and she did the leafy sea dragon. This is it is the colors of the leafy sea dragon. I'll give her that. But
she's just like, oh, well, I don't have to do like actual fish. I'm just going to give you the colors of the fish. Because she had an opportunity to look like, what was the other queen who came? The moving.
But yeah, it's a D for me.
Yeah.
Up next is Lana Jarrett. And Lana is giving the purple sea urchin. I thought this was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cute. I'll leave it at that. It gets a B minus.
A D minus? Or a B minus?
B, as in ball.
B? I give it a C. It's alright.
And then finally, our final category.
Mm-hmm.
It is Sea-sickening eleganza.
Mm-hmm.
Up first, we have Crystal Envy. What did you think of Crystal? And did you envy?
This was really well crafted, other than the fact that she couldn't walk in it. That was the only thing that kind of bothered me.
That was the only thing. She couldn't walk in it.
I'm like, if you had been able to really just strut with this, you would have got an A from me.
Well, what does she get from you?
A B minus. It's constructed well.
This gets a B plus for me.
Yeah.
A B plus. I really like this. Stop that. Okay. Up next, we have Jules Sparkle. Another B plus here. This is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
I agree.
I really wish I get it. She was doing the A. What's the word? Say it for me.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah, asymmetrical. Thank you. But I think this would have benefited more if she would have just had some on the other shoulder and the other hip. I think it would have just elevated a little bit more for me. And maybe it was lack of material. So she was like, ooh, I could do this so that, you know. But yeah, this is a B plus, gorgeous. So moving on to Lydia Butthole Collins. What did you think of Lydia Butthole?
I think it was a pretty decent use of the materials she had. I kind of wish she'd done a little bit more. They never really explained the face, but it kind of gets a B minus for me.
It's a no for me, dog. I do not like this. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like this.
You do not like Miss Sam I Am?
I don't like it. Moving on to Sam Star. She get money, she a star. A plus. I love this. I love every piece of this. From her head down to her toe. Good. Amazing.
Bad lady.
Amazing. What did you think of her?
I give this an A. Yeah. I give this an A. I liked it. Like, it was probably like one of the more creative uses of the materials, and the fact that she had enough to use that much. Yeah, I liked it. What you looking at?
Food. Up next, we have Anya. What did you think of Anya?
She kind of blends in. Unfortunately, I give this a B minus.
For me, I thought this was really well put together. She knows how to construct. I really enjoy the silhouette here. I would have chosen different colors, and knowing that she spray painted that brown and green, I think I would have went for something other than, you know, the camo look. That's just a personal choice for me.
Right.
But yeah, this gets like a B plus for me. It looks good.
Yeah.
Up next is Ariete. Again, like, I'm so glad you didn't. I said this. I said, watch. This is either going to be the beginning of her downfall, or she was going to start trickling up. Now, she got up there a lot faster than what I thought she would. But baby, it's another A plus. I love this.
You had the most consistent storyline.
I love this so much.
Right?
What did you think of Ariete?
Oh, I gave it an A.
I'm sorry, Ariete. I keep kind of trying to call Air, like air.
Alien.
Up next is Susie Toot. What did you think of Susie? And do you give it a 2?
Just gets A minus for me. I really liked it. Maybe not with the arm cover, but I saw what she was trying to do and what she was trying to be, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it, I see it, I liked it. You like it? It's a no for you, dog?
It's not a no for me, dog. It's not there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to give it like a D. I'm gonna have to.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it from the arm up.
That's not saying much.
It's not. Up next is Corey King. Oh. This is a no for me, dog. It is a no for me, dog.
You know what? I got flashbacks because I swear I've seen this outfit on somebody else before.
We probably have. This looks quite familiar. I think someone used the same material to make a dress very similar to this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I remember it being brown.
Yeah.
Wait. Harvest the Table, season 11. Was it Plastic Tiara? Y'all let us know. But I do believe it was the Farm to Table runway, the design challenge. I want to say it was Plastic Tiara. I may be wrong.
That does sound familiar.
I may be wrong. You know, there's a lot of Drag Race in this small little brain. But let us know down below if you know what we're referencing. But what did you think of Corey and your score?
I like the color on them.
I do like the color. I do like the color.
Because of the color. I'm going to give it a D.
Oh, you so sweet.
I know.
Well, let's see if you're so sweet about Acacia Forgot. What did you think of Acacia?
This is a no for me, dog.
For me, I think it's constructed well. Because when you compare it to others, this is a well-constructed garment. I think the taste level is where I'm losing it. Because honestly, if she didn't put all of the trimmings on there, honestly, I think it would have made it better just being a simpler dress.
Right.
So since the bones are good,
the
bones are good, I'm gonna give this a D. Up next is Lexi Love. It's a no for me, dog.
Where's my sound effects? Nope, those not my sound effects.
Maybe the whole thing with Anya took time away from her so she couldn't do what she initially wanted. I don't know. But if this is what you was fussing about, it's a no for me, dog.
Look, I was sitting there, I was like, you did all that fussing, all that crying, and all you did was take the tarp, cut a hole in it, and drape it over yourself. That's all you did with it?
That is what she did.
And the thing that really just kind of like irked my nerve was, it's a paint tarp. It's a tarp. It's going to get painted on. It's going to have spray paint stuff on there. You didn't have to cover it up. You didn't have to. You could have embraced it. It is what it is. I wouldn't even got mad. I'd have been like, well, it is paint tarp.
I still would have been mad. Regardless, I still would have been mad. I would have been mad, okay? Oh, but let's move on to Miss Hormona Lisa. What did you think of Miss Hormona Lisa here?
It could have been cuter. Like, the top is good. if she would have just, Bob the drag queen it and went with that 50s, circle skirt,
Yeah.
I think it would have been a very well constructed outfit and would have got her somewhere. Because she took unconventional materials and made a practical outfit out of it. What is this? The things on the side I'm not too big of a fan of. It kind of takes me out of it. It gets a B.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Because it's a no for me, dog.
I think because I like the material. Because I know I would have picked that material. But other than that,
yeah, it's a no for me.
And
then Lana Del Rey.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me. It is. It is. So, who had your favorite collection of looks for this runway?
And why was it Arietti?
And why was it Arietti, honey? I want to put her in a blender. God!
Put it in a blender.
I want to put her in a blender. Ooh. So we find out that our tops and bottoms are as follows. In the top, we have Crystal, Sam, and Arietti. In the bottom, we have Acacia, Hormona, and Lana Del Rey. Do you agree with this top and bottom placements? I don't. There's only one thing I don't agree with. I don't think Acacia should be down there. I think it should be Lydia. I think when I did my notes here, the other two scored so low. Because even though I liked her second outfit, the other two I did not drastically. So it brought everything down. Especially that last outfit. I hated it. I know you gave it a B and whatnot. I hated that. That's my least favorite. I know we normally don't do the least favorite, but that's my least favorite right there. So I don't think Miss Butthole should have lip synced, but she should have that low place that Acacia got this week. But we find out that the winner is Arietti.
Yay!
Of course, we agree with that. She ate up every runway. Now, Sam was a close second. I'm going to give Sam her big one. Sam and Crystal. They were really close. But Crystal's outfits, Sam was really close. Sam was really close. And we find out that the bottom two is Hormona Lisa and Lana Del Rey. Do you agree with this bottom two? I do as well. I do think they are the correct bottom two. Now, they lip sync to Get Him Back by Olivia Rodrigo. And when the song first started playing, I'm like, oh, I don't know this song.
I still don't know the song.
But when it got to the chorus, I'm like, oh, I've heard this on TikTok. I wanna get him back. I remember hearing that on the TikTok. I'm like, okay. For me, this lip sync was kind of meh.
Yeah.
I want to give Lana her props at the end. Because at the end, I'm like, okay, Miss Lana, okay. I was worried. I'm like, is this going to be a double sachet? But Miss Lana, at the end, when she was laying down here and kicked her little heel up, I'm like, okay. And they just brought it home strong. I'm like, okay, you had me worried there, Lana, because I was getting ready to send y'all both to the house. I was ready to send y'all both to the house. But, yeah, this lip sync was a lip sync.
It was there.
And it happened. So RuPaul made her decision and decided to keep Lana Del Rey. Do you agree with that decision?
Yeah.
I do too. Well, unfortunately, that means Miss Hormona Lisa's RuPaul's handpicked for this season. The sachet away.
Yes.
She goes to the back. She leaves her message. And then the queens dance the night away like they didn't just crush somebody's dreams. And we find out that next week we're playing the Snatch Game. And I'm like, with 11 queens?
Yeah, okay.
I was expecting a couple more to go home before we pulled out the Snatch Game. But then again, let's not forget, what was it, season 15? Where they just did 2 separate Snatch Games and damn near the whole cast did it. My goodness. But yeah, Alyssa Edwards is going to be there next week. And
Ooh.
I'm not sure if this is an actual butt plug or they're trying to hide who the second person is here. But knowing Drag Race, it probably is just a butt plug. But I'm like, who would they be hiding sitting next to Alyssa Edwards here? Our global all-star. And like I said, I watch. We're going to see a lot of Alyssa this year. All around the world.
All around the world.
But yeah, that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else.
Well, around the way.
Hey, around. You know, one thing about them, they will say one phrase and make a whole song out of it. Think about a lot of their songs. Like one more time, we're gonna celebrate, we'll celebrate, yeah. They're pretty much saying that the whole time. One more time.
We're gonna celebrate, oh yeah, alright, keep on dancing.
That's it.
One more time, we're gonna celebrate, oh yeah, alright.
And a good chunk of that song is just one more. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oh, okay. But hey, it worked. It works, all right? I love it. I love it.
I just hurt myself.
Is there anything else you would like to add to this here review?
Ooh, I just made myself severely dizzy.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, while you get yourself together, tell the children where they can find you on the medias of social.
You can find me at Creation McGill. That's CRESAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, Pocket Full of Bud, my mom. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.